Okay, so here's the thing we're not considering.
Okay.
We're always like, Selena can't be the best assassin.
Uh-huh.
What if all the other assassins legitimately suck? Oh, well, you won't. That wasn't a very clear hand
I literally
gesture.
just counted down 3, 2, 1, and then at 1, I pointed at her, and she just stared at me. She's like, what do you want?
Chapter 49. She didn't remember anything after the first 2 swings of her sword.
Because of the head trauma or for some other blackout reason?
Only that she'd suddenly seen Fleetfoot come flying at the creature. The sight had distracted her enough for the demon to get past her guard, its long, white fingers grabbing her by the hair and slamming her head into the wall. Then darkness. Once again,
there.
God forbid that she actually forgets some stuff right before the head trauma, as you're supposed to. Because, you can't just hit someone on the head to make them pass out and not do damage. Like, that's actual head trauma.
Yeah.
The brain.
The brain's in there, and it's soup.
Anyway, she shouldn't remember that. Just saying. She wondered whether she'd died and awoken in hell as she opened her eyes to a pulsing headache and the sight of K.O. circling the pale demon, blood dripping from both of them.
They just skipped all that?
Yeah, they skipped the fighting. Blood dripping from both of them.
Come on.
And then there were cold hands on her head, on her neck, and Dorian crouching in front of her as he said, Selena. She struggled to her feet, her head aching even more. She had to help K.O. She heard the rip of clothing and a yelp of pain. She looked at K.O. in time to see him grasp the cut on his shoulder, inflicted by those filthy, jagged nails.
Filthy, jagged nails.
The creature roared, its overlong jaw gleaming with saliva, and it lunged again at the captain.
Its overlong jaw. Thanks.
Selena tried to move, but she wasn't fast enough. But Dorian was. Something invisible slammed into the creature, sending it flying into the wall with a crunch.
No qualms about that.
Gods! Dorian didn't just have magic, He had raw magic.
He had raw magic? I should hope so. Did someone cook him?
He does it raw. The rarest and deadliest kind. Man,
how would you know all
only
about magic?
We had learned about the different types of magic beforehand so we could see Dorian's raw magic and think of that ourselves instead of getting it spoon-fed to us. Oh, of course he has raw magic. Oh, naturally. Chill, undiluted power, capable of being shaped into whatever form the wielder desired.
So basically, he's got a wild card. He's like, I want this, I want that. Maas literally gave him the most OP magic possible. Like, come on, he's the only one with magic. Couldn't you have given him a specific kind of magic? But no, it's going to be absolutely anything he wants to use it for. Naturally. Should I make the thumbnail for this one naturally?
Yeah. The creature crumpled but instantly got up, rolling toward her and Dorian. The princess just stood there, hand outstretched. The milky blue eyes were ravenous now. Through the portal, Selena heard the rocky earth crunching beneath more pails of beneath more pails of bare, pale feet. Arches.
How does she know they're bare and pale? Doesn't she hear them?
Pale and pale.
I mean, bare and pale.
Archer's chanting grew louder. Through the portal, Selena heard the rocky earth crunching beneath more K.O. attacked the thing again. It surged towards him just before his sword struck, sweeping with those long fingers, forcing the captain to dart back. She grabbed the Dorian. We have to close it. The portal should close on its own eventually, but...
we just were told there was a closing spell. I don't think it should ever close on its own.
But the longer it's open, the greater the threat of more coming through before it does. How? How? I am dash. I don't know. I ...
I don't know, maybe take a look at Archer. Isn't he the one reading from the book?
Her head spun so badly her knees wobbled, but she turned to Archer, who was still across the hall, separated from them by the pacing creature. Give me the book! Give me the book! Archer K.R. wounded the demon across its abdomen with a short...
Why did you do wounded?
Because I just got some stomach pain.
Oh. She felt it. She felt it on a personal level.
Deft stroke, but it didn't slow down. Even from a few feet away, the tang of the dark blood reached her nose. Tang.
Why is it always dark blood?
My favorite kind of drink, tang.
Tang, yeah.
It should have been the tang of the orange blood.
Yeah, the light orange blood. The bright orange blood.
The very fluid.
Quite fluid.
This is, we come from an alternate universe where everyone's blood is made of tang. I am Selena from that universe, but my blood is made of tang, and that's why I look this way.
I have questions about the drink tang now.
Selena watched Archer take it all in, his eyes wide, panicked beyond reason. And then he sprinted down the hall, taking with him the book and any hope of shutting the portal. Section break.
Ow.
Dorian couldn't move fast enough to stop the handsome man from fleeing with the book in his hands.
The handsome man. Thanks for recognizing that.
And didn't care.
He didn't care because he doesn't know the importance.
With that demon between them, Selena with her forehead bleeding, made a lunge for him, but the man was too fast.
Everyone knows he's too fast.
I thought he was separated. Hold on.
Yeah, the monster was in between them.
But now Selena's making a lunge for...
Oh, yeah. The monster's distracted by KL, remember?
But I thought the monster's between them.
Yeah, but it's also distracted by KL. So she'll lunge if she has to.
Okay.
I think someone got confused.
Oh, okay. Her eyes kept darting to Kaol, who was keeping that thing distracted. Dorian knew without being told that she didn't want to leave the captain. I'll go, Dorian began. No! He's dangerous. These tunnels are a labyrinth, she panted. Kaol and the creature circled each other, the thing slowly backing toward the portal entrance. I can't close it without that book, she moaned. Oh, there are more books upstairs, but I am Then we flee, Dorian breathed, grabbing her by the elbow. We flee and try to get those books. He dragged her with him, not daring to take his eyes off Kaol or the creature. She swayed in his grasp. The wound on her head must be as bad as it looked. Something was glowing at her throat. The amulet. The one she told him was just a cheap replica. Shining like a tiny blue
star. You got
star.
that like a fool.
Go! Kaol told them, staring down the thing in front of him. Now! She stumbled, tugging toward Kaol, but Dorian pulled her back. No! She got out, but the wound to her head made her sag in Dorian's grip. As if realizing she'd be a hindrance to Kaol, she stopped fighting Dorian as he dragged her, hauled her toward the stairs. Section break.
Nice. Gosh, of course Archer just goes off with the book, of course. Heaven forbid. Yeah, anyways, okay.
Now, are we doing the same thing, how we, accuse the book of saying, oh, it's like he's a coward, and that's so bad that he's a coward, right? Are we doing the same thing as that by saying, oh, of course Archer just ran off?
You know what? He can run off. You're right. He's allowed to do that. I'm just annoyed about it. He can run off, yes.
Yeah.
But except for the fact that every time he's going to be displayed as being a coward now, it's going to be because he's a bad guy.
Kale knew.
Like, couldn't you had him not be a quote-unquote bad guy and still be a coward?
Yeah.
Huh? Couldn't you? No.
Maas. Kale knew he couldn't win this fight. His best option was to flee with them, to guard the way until they could get to the stone door far above and lock the creature downhill. But he wasn't sure he'd even make it to the stairs. The creature thwarted his attack so easily, it seemed to have an uncanny intelligence. As I told you, this is just them with Tang blood.
You're smarter
At
with Tang
least
blood.
Selena and more sugars for the brain.
Yeah.
At least Selena and Dorian had reached the stairs. He could accept his end if only they could escape. He could embrace the darkness when it came.
Wow, he's giving up fast.
The creature paused just long enough for Chaol to get a few more feet of distance. He backed toward the bottom step. And then she started shouting, M-dash, the same word again and again as Dorian tried to keep dragging her up the stairs. Fleetfoot.
Fleetfoot.
Chaol
I
looked
care about you suddenly.
in a dark shadow by the wall. Fleetfoot had been left behind, her leg too injured to run.
Oh, wait. Let me tell you. A dog frightened with an injured leg can still make some serious strides. Just throwing that out there.
Ruined the leg, but I can do it.
Well, it doesn't have to use the leg.
Oh yeah,
I'm
like
just
even
saying-
three-legged.
Unless it has other reasons to not be able to run. If an animal is scared with a broken leg, it's still getting out of there.
Slayer.
Just saying. It's climbing walls.
The creature looked too. And there was nothing he can do. Absolutely nothing.
Look,
as the
I already know
creature
the dog doesn't die, so don't even try and make me think the dog dies. I had to look that one up because I was really hoping the dog wouldn't be here the whole book, but apparently the dog survives.
And there was nothing he can do. Absolutely nothing as the creature roared, grabbed Fleetfoot by her injured hind leg and dragged her through the portal with it. There was nothing he could do, he realized, except run. Selena's scream was still echoing through the passageway as Chaol leapt off the stairs and hurtled through the misty portal after Fleetfoot. Suction break. Man, it's just like Superman. Don't
Just like
show you.
Superman?
I ran into a tornado to save a dog. No, Super Son, don't come save me.
Wait, is that what happened to Superdog?
No.
What?
One of the, I think it's Man of Steel. Like, Superman's dad was always like, there's like a time and place to use your powers, right? And they're in the car driving on the freeway or whatever, and a tornado hits, so everyone's like trying to run out of their cars away from the
safety.
tornado. And like one family leaves their dog in the car, so Superman's dad runs back to save the dog, and then he and the dog get like obliterated by the tornado. But before that, Clark Kent is gonna go save his dad and use his superpowers to save him, and his dad's just like, and the tornado like yanks him away for a dog. Listen, we love pets.
We love pets. I am all for people taking care of their pets and wanting to save their pets and all that. It's a little ridiculous coming from Chaol. I guess he still has this like, oh, I need Selena to know how much this means to me, that she was going to give me everything. I need to get myself back into her good graces. So maybe it just seems really ridiculous for him to go after the dog.
It does.
Like when he was literally just thinking about how, oh, I've got to keep the prince safe. And now he's like, you know what? I'll go for the dog. I'll run through this portal that I have no idea what's on the other side if I can exist and survive on the other side. It's just ridiculous.
If she thought she'd known fear and pain before, it was nothing compared to what went through her when Chaol ran through the portal after Fleetfoot. Yeah, fuck Nehemia. The pain of Nehemia's death, nothing compared to this.
Nothing.
Dorian didn't see her coming as she wheeled whirled, slamming his head into the stone hard enough that he crumpled on the steps, freeing her from his grip. But she didn't care about Dorian, didn't care about anything except Fleetfoot and Chaos as she sprinted down those few stairs and across the hall. She had to get to them, to get them back before the portal shut forever. She was
shut forever.
She was through in a heartbeat. And when she saw Chaos shielding Fleetfoot with nothing but his bare hands.
So she already got through the portal?
Yeah, she was through in a heartbeat. His discarded sword snapped in two by the demon who hovered over them.
Hovering. Ooh. All right, what's about to happen?
She didn't think... So, the demon who hovered over them, she didn't think twice before she unleashed the monster inside herself. Section break.
My goodness.
Oh, why can't you see the beast inside of me? Will someone help me save this animal I have become? We need, like, the rock hardcore edit of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get Skelet's 3 Days Grace, both of those bad boys.
Both of them.
Imagine Dragons, just for the fun parts.
Just for the fun parts.
From the corner of his eye, Chaos saw her coming, the ancient sword in her hands, her face set with feral rage.
You're fanning yourself, but not in the, I'm overcome sort of way.
No, I'm fanning myself because
it's hot.
I'm not impressed above them. The moment she burst through the portal, something changed. It was like a fog vanished from her face, her features sharpening, her steps becoming longer and more graceful, and then her ears shifted into delicate points.
She's noticing all of this.
He's
noticing all of this.
The creature.
You got bigger things on your plate. Chaos.
Sensing it was about to lose its prey, made a final lunge for Chaos. It was blasted away by a wall of blue flame. The fire vanished to reveal the creature slamming into the ground, flipping again and again.
Really?
I am not ad-libbing anything. Let me finish. We have a few more lines. It was on its feet before it finished rolling around toward Selena in the same move. She was between them now. Sword raised, she roared, revealing elongated canines, and the sound was unlike anything he'd ever heard. There was nothing human about it.
Gosh.
Because she wasn't human, Chaos realized, gaping up at her from where he still crouched over Fleetfoot. No, M-Dash, she wasn't human at all. Selena was Fae.
So you're telling me Fae can also, like, pull up walls of fire that, like, shoot things back?
Selena can.
Well, Selena can. Anyways, I don't like this whole thing about Selena being a Fae. I don't like the Faes in this. They're not to my liking, as far as I know, like, from what I understand. It's just, and like, she's so OP with everything. It's really frustrating. But at least I have the thumbnail almost ready for this one, so.
Hey, yo, shout out. Man, I don't like anything that's going on with Archer these days. Don't like anything that's going on with Selena these days. I think it's pretty ridiculous for Chaos to sacrifice himself for a dog, functionally, you know?
Yeah.
What happened to him wanting to protect whatever the other two people were called him? Oh, I don't know if I said this in the last recording. I bet... Well, I don't know if I actually want to say it now. I bet that there won't be anything that's actually like a crown of midnight, you know? Maybe with Selena being Fae, she might get a crown. Ew. But I don't think so. I don't think so.
She doesn't think so.
Any last thoughts? Any last wishes? Any last rites?
Last rites? Yeah, so when I am obliterated after death, please don't sing a dirge. at my grave, that lets everyone know that you are actually
A freak?
Too late for that. I mean, so that people don't know you're part of a lost kingdom, and they start putting together the pieces, and then their friend realizes that you're actually a fae, because that's so OP. You're so graceful. You've got these changed ears. You can call fire out to, like, totally blast something away. Blue fire, even. Also, fire doesn't blast people away. If anything, if the fire suddenly shot into life, it used up the air there, and the creature got pulled towards it. But apparently it was an explosion that Kale just thought was fire.
I mean, how would he know?
Yeah. He thought it was fire.
Maybe she's the fae of nuclear bombs. So.
She's the fae of...
Paul, Kale, and Fleetfoot are going to have some serious radiation.
Gosh, there probably won't... Will they have any consequences of going to this other realm?
I don't think so.
Dead Nehemia in it. Like, this is like where dead people go, and they just go into it just fine, except, Nehemia is revealed to be a fae.
Selena
is revealed to be a fae. My goodness. All right, that's about all I have to say.
Okie dokie. We'll see you in the next episode. TTFN.